Hi everybody! So can anyone guess why I have this globe behind me and what today's art project is in honor of? If you guessed Earth Day, then you're right. So today's art project is in honor of Earth Day, and we're going to be using either old newspapers or even some old magazines that you can tear up into our art project today. So let's have fun. So what you're going to want to grab is a canvas. Mine happens to be an 8x10, and if you want to recycle even more, if you have any cardboard boxes lying around, you could definitely use that instead, and you could cut it to any size. For this one I am using 8x10, but you can definitely go larger if you want. So we're going to do our canvas, and then what you're going to need is also glue. This is actually Elmer's glue that I had put in a squeeze bottle. If you don't have glue, you could also use a glue stick. And you're going to take your paper or your magazine, and you're going to want to cut it up into squares. Since I'm using 8x10, I measured to like 4x4 is probably the best size for me. So you could either take a ruler and measure 4x4 and then cut it out. That's what we need our scissor for. But if you do have a paper cutter, this definitely helps a lot. So you could use that instead. So I had already pre-cut my paper, my 4x4 paper, and for my 8x10 I figured I'd probably be using about 12 pieces. So I had already pre-cut that, and what you're going to want to do first is actually paint your canvas, and you could paint it any color you want. You could do 1, 2 colors. If you want to dab some other colors onto it, that's fine. So once you paint your canvas first, you're gonna then, as that's drying, you're gonna want to cut out your paper as well. So I'm gonna do all that, and we're gonna come back. So I painted my background, and as you can see, I just put a whole bunch of different paint on it, put some dots. So again, you could paint your background however way you want. It could be single color or something colorful like mine. So mine's dried already, but when yours is drying, you definitely want to cut your paper and then start rolling them up. So I'm going to show you how to roll them. Now you could use black and white. Some of you just black and white, some of you have color on it. So if you want a certain side, let's say I want this side to be on the outside because you like the color, you want to flip it and do it that way. Okay, so I'm just going to take my paper and I'll show you how to roll this up. You're going to get your glue. I'm actually going to use an Elmer's glue. You're going to need a pencil, and you're going to start on a corner. Okay, so you're going to just flip it like that, and you're going to roll that pencil all the way to the end, and you're going to have a little corner sticking out. Oh, one thing I do want to say is you want to make sure your pencil can come out, so don't do it so tight. Okay, so you could test it like this, just make sure it will come out, but I want you to roll until you can see a little bit of flap. Just put a little bit of glue, and you can continue rolling and pull it out. I'm going to make a whole bunch of rolled paper like this, which I'm going to show you how we're going to stick it onto our canvas. Okay, so again, let me just show you. Again, you're just going to take the corner, put your pencil, okay, and you're just going to loosely roll it. Again, you just want to make sure that pencil could come out all the way to the end. There, and put your little dot and go all the way. And that's it. Okay, so you're going to continue doing that with all your paper. Again, I figured about 12 for mine. All right, and then if you want to go more because you have a bigger canvas, you definitely can do that, and you may even cut it a little bit bigger. It just depends on the size of your canvas. Once your canvas is dry and all your paper rolled, then you're ready to put your recycled newspaper onto your canvas. I actually had cut 15. I know I said I was going to do 12, but I did 15. So now you can just see like how you want to place your paper. So you can actually cut more if you want to fill up the whole canvas. So let's see. I'm just gonna put some here. Okay, so I might just place mine somewhere in the middle. You could go zigzag, or you can even just place some like off a little bit if you want. But you can definitely cut more, and if you want to fill up more, you can. You could make smaller pieces, and as well as see these pointy tips, you can definitely make them straighter and just cut them off if you want them more square. But for mine, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I kind of like that point. And we're just going to start gluing. So I'm actually just going to leave mine in the middle, but like I said, you could do more. Maybe it stretches out to the whole canvas, or maybe some are a little off, or you could do zigzag, stuff like that. So I'm going to start gluing. You're going to take your regular glue and just start placing them down. So I usually like to find where that little flap is, and I'll just glue it, just a little bit of glue, and glue it kind of where I had folded that flap. And we're just gonna stick it where you want it. Okay, so you definitely can use Elmer's glue. Just for time to go faster, I'm gonna actually use a glue gun. So if you do have a glue gun, please carefully use it. You can use that as well, but regular glue is fine. Just gonna wanna wait for it to dry before we actually do something else to this. And I'll show you what that is. So I'm gonna start gluing them all down with some hot glue. And you wanna make sure you glue it to the canvas. Once you placed where you want your newspapers to be, everything's dry, but then you can either leave it this way, but you could also add stuff to it. So I'm gonna actually paint a big heart right here. And maybe you don't want a heart. It could be your initial, it could be flowers, anything of that sort. So I'm going to be making myself a big red heart. So Mother's Day is going to be coming up, and for those of you who want to give a gift to your favorite mom, whether your mom or another mom, this would be a great little gift. So I'm going to trace where that is, and I'm going to fill it in. So this is yours however way you want to do it. Always have that freedom to choose if you want to fill it in or not fill in. So there's your heart, and you could add other things into this as well if you want to. You could even paint. Maybe there's some hearts that came out over here, or there's maybe other colors going on over here. So it's really whatever you want to do. So maybe I'll just put some. You just kind of put paint all over the place if you want. To highlight that. I'm probably gonna put, maybe we should put some, maybe there's a couple of hearts coming out of here. Do some small hearts. Butterflies, whatever you want to paint. Okay, and I think I'm gonna outline that heart just so it stands out a little more. And I'm just gonna go right with black. So I'm gonna just trace over it, around it. You don't have to if you like it the way it is. Absolutely fine. And that's pretty much it. But another thing I can tell you what you can do is if you have any objects that you want to recycle into this and make it even more, what do you call it, have more texture in it or anything like that. If you have buttons, please put some buttons, any type of fabric, you could definitely put them onto this as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little project and being able to recycle some of those old newspapers and magazines. Take care.